Welcome back. So in this current tutorial, I will talk about ChatGPT. So in your recent times, you must have definitely used ChatGPT, and you might have heard that this is going to bring changes in our work and day-to-day activities. So you certainly are aware of the features or the advantages that or disadvantages that it can bring in our work. Okay, so what I want to describe here, like what is Chat GPT, how it can be useful for us, and how it can impact our daily work. Okay, so basically, we should go along with the AI and the current machine learning languages that are there. Okay, so if you are going with that, you will certainly improve your skills. Okay, so in my current tutorial, I will talk about like what is Chat GPT and how does it work. Okay, and what are the benefits it provides, and what, of course, like there are some drawbacks also or some limitations. Okay, so we are going to talk about all these things. Okay, so first of all, let's start with it. And uh, basically, if you are aware about ChatGPT, you can certainly feel that you are doing better compared to other people in your organization. So it can definitely help you in your day-to-day activities uh, while working in any organization. Okay. So to start with it, you just have to search in Google with ChatGPT. Okay, so that I'll try to give you it from scratch from beginning. So if you don't have any other understanding of ChatGPT, so how you can start. So you just go to Google and search with ChatGPT, and you click the first link says introducing ChatGPT. Okay, so this is the free version, which is 3.5, but of course, the new version is also available, which is ChatGPT version 4. But the ChatGPT version 4 is not available for free. But this is the 3.5 is available for free for everyone that you can access and use. Okay, so you just have to click on try, and then if you have not signed up yet, so you just click on sign up and give your name and email address. That's all. So I have already done that. So I'll just click on login. Okay, so once you do that, it will uh, ask your email address, and you just have to enter your password. Okay. Okay, so once you enter your password, it will take you to this prompt. So basically, ChatGPT is very different from other agents or other softwares because it acts like a friend, and it is like you are chatting with someone as a friend. So it's like it is has to and tries to interact with you as a human being, like as if you are talking and asking your teacher or your mentor any question. Okay, so for example, if you just talk to him like hello, so if you say anything, it will act like a continued conversation. If you ask anything, it won't react like this is the first question. So based on that, it will work. So for example, I asked him, right. So can you show me or list out top uh, 10 richest people in the world. So I'm just trying to give an example, okay, with their profession. Okay, so let me just help you understand. So I'm just putting this question to ChatGPT. So based on your internet connection and the load, because this is a free version, so this is the difference between free version and the paid version. So paid version works better and they are given priority, and this is the free version. So based on the queue questions, it will work. So you see it lists out the top 10 richest people in the world with their profession, right? So as simple as that. So if you try to do it in Google, of course you will get these, but there will be a lot of extra information, or you don't get this directly. You just have to you get some links that you have to click and you have to again find out by your own. So here it does a lot of, because so see how it works, because you search anything on ChatGPT in one query, in the background it does hundreds of query and it just gives you what exactly what you require. Okay, so now if this is the list that has been provided, okay, so now what I want to do is now let's say I want to make it even better. So can you add, let's say, current let's say current asset for all these people as well. Okay, so I'm just saying that can you add current asset for all these people in this list, so it will give you another answer but with a new column, right? So you see it is acting like it is, you are chatting with it, right? So you don't need to give your previous question, so it is acting as if you are, he is aware what you have asked him earlier. So see, now it has given you the name, the net worth, okay, and then as you see, like now what is happening now, let's say so then now they have added a network. So now I'll ask like, can you share this in an Excel format? Okay, so Excel format, so that you can give it. We can extract it better with all these columns. Okay, so we try to ask him like this. Okay, so can you share this in Excel format with all these columns? Let's see what it does. So, as we should be aware that the ChatGPT 3.5 is a text-based model, so it only interact as a text input, and it gives you answer with texts only. So now the latest version which is there is ChatGPT 4, which acts and works along with images. So you can put images questions, images answers. You can upload image. You can get the answers in the images also. So see now, so see here. So now it will give you the tabular format. So it is in exactly not in the Excel file, but it will give you the tabular format. So see now the name is there, profession is there, and the net worth is there. But you see how it works. Like as if I'm talking to a real person, right? So this is how it is. Okay. So likewise, I want to tell you, like, so see, now what is happening? So while you're working in an organization, so you may have such requirements on a daily basis, like you want to interview a person, or you want to ask, questions to an interviewee. Okay, so you don't have any question set ready or anything. You can directly, use ChatGPT, and it gives you answer in seconds. So let's say you are in an interview panel, sitting in an interview panel, and you have a candidate sitting in front of you. So you don't have, you are not aware what to ask. You just type here like list out list out questions. So based on your requirement, right? So this questions for, let's say, what do you call, Angular JS developer. Okay, so I don't know many questions on this. So let's list out 10 questions for Angular JS developer for an experienced role. Okay, experienced role. Okay, so I'm just asking like this. So right, so boom, you get these answers in seconds, and now you are ready with it. So not only the questions, it can also give you the answers for them. Okay, so you see, now you are ready with the questions, right? And at the same time, you can ask the interviewer, like interviewee, so can you explain the concept of two-way data binding in AngularJS? But like, let's say now the you get the answer from the candidate, but how do you evaluate? So just type here like, can you also share the answers for them, right? So right away you get the answers also. So you can, at the same time, uh, see and evaluate the candidate, right? So this is how it helps. Okay, and it can be helpful for HR people. It can be helpful for uh, the event management people. Everything. Okay, so now the thing is that at the same time, what is happening? Like see here, like you ask question, right? But if you are not satisfied with that answer, you can also regenerate response. Okay, so for example, I'm just giving you list out 10 questions. Okay, questions for Java developer, right? For example, I'm just giving. Okay, so for a quick understanding. So it'll give you a 10 questions, right? So let's say you got to understand that okay, these are very basic questions and these are very common, like these are very commonly asked. I cannot use these questions to interview a candidate. So what you can do is you can click on regenerate response. Okay, so it will definitely give you another set of questions. Okay, so you see, like you now this time you have a different stuff to work with. Okay, so as simple as that. And it is also asking you whether it is better or worse. So based on your input, as you see, this is a trial version only. Like they are improving it day by day. Okay, so this is how it is very useful in your work. Like let's say you are writing an email. Okay, so for example, you want to write an email. So write an email to a candidate giving him giving him a salary hike or something like that. Salary hike, or let's say, so you can give placeholders so that in that place you have to input your manual data, or you can directly put those data right here. So write an email to candidate giving him a salary hike of let's say 5%. Okay, 5%, right? Effective from whatever date you give from today, uh, right? So like these kinds of emails you can right away, so it can generate it for you in moments. Okay, so for example, now see, it has not given the name of the candidate because you have not put it there, right? So this is how. So instead of that, if you put it here, write an email to the name of the person, then in that case, that name will be replaced here in place of the candidate name, and the company name you haven't given, so it is giving you a placeholder. So you just take this email, copy this email, and you don't need to just copy this out here. Okay, so you just click on this and your answer will be copied. Just paste it into your Outlook and send it to the people. But of course you have to make some changes. But I recommend you do not blindly use ChatGPT. You have to, of course, take this as a helper, and you convert it as per your own requirement. But here are some limitations, right? I mean, you should. So this is like, for example, if you are asking like, now let's talk about the limitations that it has. Okay, so for example, if you are asking like, what is the current current gold rate? Okay, so if I'm asking like this in India or something like that. Okay, so I'm just asking a current question. So it will, you know, it will give you like, I don't have the access to the current gold rate because there is a threshold data because it has been only fed with the data of like September 2021, I guess. Okay, so okay, so if you ask them like those kind of questions, so it cannot provide you with all this information. Okay, so there is a threshold data. So it has been it has been trained with like lakhs of rows of texts and data, so that it just reads from there. Okay, so now this is what I was trying to explain to you. So now I prepared a list of questions that you can use here. So like for example, and it is not only it can also give you some like kind of a personal information also, like to act as a mentor. So I believe like it can help you going forward in future as a mentor, as a counselor. Okay, like for example, like like if you just type, for example, I'm giving like let's say my wife. It's just an example, okay? So I'm just trying to make you understand. He's not talking to me, okay? Don't make a thing out of it. I'm just giving an example. What should I do? So it is not only ask, helping you in your technical questions. It can also help you in your day-to-day personal life, like as a human counselor. Okay, so as you see, it has been trained with so much data. So here about that, the communication issues can be challenging, but here are some suggestions. Right, take some time to reflect on your own behavior and actions. Okay, so there is anything you could do, you can have done differently. So initiate an open and honest conversation. So if you read this thoroughly, you'll understand that it is definitely trying to help you as a human. Okay, so these are the stuff that it can do. Okay, so not only that, if even if you let's say I did all these, let's say I did all these and still not helpful. Okay, so let's just see what it says. So as simple as that. So it is like a chatting to a normal person. Okay, so again it will ask you, it will try to give you some answers. Okay, so based on that, okay, so I'm just trying to give you the ways of stuff. Like we talked about the HR questions, we can use it. So write an email, write an essay. So any, if you give it any topic, it can give you essay. So let's say uh write an essay with let's say 500 words. Okay, let's say 200 words. Okay, so exactly whatever requirement you mention, it can work like that with 200 words on let's say Indian cinema or anything. It can be anything. So if you give such questions, and it will give you the answers exactly as per your requirement. Okay, based on see if it is getting slow, so that could be because of the internet connections. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. So as you see now, it has started writing the essay. Okay, so as you can see, there was some internet connection. So as you can see, it has given you the response. But if you count these words, there will be exactly 200 words. Okay, so it can give you answers exactly as per your requirement. Okay, so and not only that, it can also like for your technical questions, of course, it can help you. Like for example, if you want to write some code, or you want to correct an existing code, that can of course be done with it. Like let's say write a script, write shell script to accept accept and add two numbers. Okay, this is a very simple questions that I want to. So I just put a wrong spelling here, but then yeah, I can understand that. So you see, as you can see, it is giving you the code, but not only it is giving you a code, it is also explaining the meaning of everything. Okay, so how can it not be better, right? So I mean, of course, if you are a naive or a new person, then also you can learn by just trying to copy and understand this. So enter a number, enter a second number. Okay, so if you just try to copy this and put it into a notepad or something. Okay, so just let me show you something here. If you just put it into a notepad, and let's just try to make some error here, right? So for example, I am just it is accepting these two data and then printing it, right? So let's say I'm changing this spelling mistake or something, anything, a logical error or something. So just take this code and try to do what is happening. So can you help me fix this code? Okay, so when you do that, it will ask you to share the code, right? So So once I do that, so let me see what is happening. See, so it is not only fixing your code, but it is giving you a detailed analysis. Like the issue in the code is where you perform the addition. Here's the corrected version. So see here, it has corrected the version. So the correction is in the line. So it's not only answering, but also giving you a description like, okay, there should be this, and this is what went wrong, and all that. Okay, so this is how it can help you in your day-to-day life. So I'm just giving you and trying to give you small examples that you can use it for, right? So similarly, it can also give you the ideas. Like, let's say you are creating an event, or you are trying to do some kind of party. So for those stuff also, you can use it. Like, for example, suggest me uh, a way to surprise my, my girlfriend, or something like that. I'm just give you an example. Okay, so likewise, so if you do such first questions also, it has a lot of database to do that. Okay, so as you see, this is also helpful. So likewise, it can help you. Okay, and also it works for prompt. Okay, so if you give it a prompt, it will give you the rest of stuff. Okay, so yeah, but then I will talk about more like the API, ChatGPT API, how we can use it in the next in my next tutorial. But in my current tutorial, this is what I want to share. So it's already been long, and now the version is also released is very advanced and very strong.